Welcome to the Properties to Profit podcast. I'm Michael, your host. Excited to share with you my journey from a six-figure job to building a successful real estate business. Each episode will explore various aspects of real estate investing, from wholesaling and flipping to managing rentals. I'll share the lessons and insights I've gained, aiming to help you avoid mistakes and achieve your financial goals. Expect guest experts, valuable tips, and practical advice to guide you on your own real estate journey. Thank you for tuning in. If you find any value in this podcast, please subscribe, share, and follow me on social media. Let's turn properties into profits together.
Feelings don't win. Systems do. Discipline. Guys, today I want to talk about what I talked about last week with being halfway through the year, and a lot of us haven't hit the goals we set out for ourselves. And I had a couple people reach out like, hey, I don't want to be stuck in the same spot again like I have been the last couple of years. How do I actually change that? And so I took some time and really thought about, what do I do to make sure that I'm in a different spot year over year, and like, how am I growing all the time? And so at the end of the day, you're not going to hit your goals if you keep doing the same thing over and over again. You hit your goals by doing what's required. So what's the issue here? Most of us live our lives based on how they feel. You're tired, you're frustrated, unmotivated, overwhelmed, right? Like, day by day, like, most of us have those problems every single day, right? And so we delay, we justify eating that ice cream, we justify why we don't do that workout. We do that over and over again through so many things in our life, whatever it is, right? It could be your relationship with your significant other, your diet, your health, all of those things. We delay the doctors that we know we need to go to because we've got this issue. And then 6 months from now, we're stuck. We're wondering, like, how did I get here? How am I 50 pounds overweight? And it's super simple, guys. Like, we're reactive, right? We're not structured because we did what was easy, not what was necessary to get the life we wanted. And most of us Americans and humans in general, when we look back, that's it. We just don't do things, right? Because we don't feel like it. Well, to get the life you want, you have to do the hard thing, the unnecessary thing. So I'm starting to train myself harder and harder, as if I don't want to do it, that's the thing I need to do. Don't take the easy way out. So what's that look like? Well, the back half of the year is a great time to restart. We're at the time of me recording this is July 4th. So you got 6 months left in the year, basically, right? You have 6 months. You got a blank canvas starting here, guys. You can use this time to restart. You can start to build that habit of discipline over emotion, right? You can lose that weight. You can grow your business, grow your income, build the relationships that you want, whether it's with your family, your significant other, whatever that case might be. Make more money. Become who you're meant to be, who everyone dreams about something they want to be and they're not there. That's who we're destined to be if we do the work and do the discipline required to become that person. So start thinking of who the person I want to be. What do they do when times are tough? What do they do when given a choice to go work out in the morning or sleep in? What does that person do? And then do that thing every single time. Because at the end of the day, we don't need more motivation videos. We don't. You need a system that you follow every day, even when you don't feel like it. Motivation comes and goes, right? Want to know what doesn't come and go? Discipline. Doing things no matter what day of the week it is, no matter what time it is, you get them and do it. So, guys, most of my ideas, none of them are originally mine. Like, I didn't come up with any of these things. So, like, everything I do, someone else started it and I just maybe changed a little bit, or maybe it's the exact same thing. I don't know exactly, but some people, like, I like to follow, right? David Goggins, I hear him say all the time, do the thing you don't want to do. And what he says is, callous your mind, pain and discomfort are the way forward. I was just listening to him this morning and he was talking about how he ran 100 miles and the last 30 miles was the toughest thing he's ever done in his life. When he stopped, he was in so much pain, but he realized he could shut that off and continue to go. And that allows him to continue to do hard things. And so none of us are going to go run. Most of us aren't going to go run 100 miles. So, like, just run that extra mile, right? That's what I did today. My goal was 3 and I got there. I was like, man, this really hurts, but I can go an extra mile. So that's what I did. Andy Frisella has The Power List. I have that book somewhere. I think it's right here, over here on my desk. Just write down the 5 critical tasks. A lot of us think we have to do 30, 40 things. Most time it's 5 items we got to get done is what he talks about. If you do that, you win the day. And if you do that every day, you win the week. He breaks it down as that simple. Alex Hormozi, someone else I follow, he talks about discipline over motivation. He talks about how motivation comes and goes and discipline. And his biggest indication of success is the people who constantly do the boring work. He talks about it in business all the time, not necessarily in life and health. But what he says all the time is the people who have the most biggest bank accounts generally did the boring thing for the longest time. They didn't quit. They didn't get shiny object syndrome. They didn't try to start new things all the time. They didn't think they were better than what they actually were. And so then there's Ed Mylett too, someone I follow who's helped me a ton in life. I've had an opportunity to sit down with him at dinner, I think twice now, and we've had elevator rides, walking down and up downstairs, talking about things. And for him, it's just the one more reps mindset. So make that one more call. Could be to your family, could be a sales call. One more sit at the gym. For me, it was that extra mile today. Just one more uncomfortable conversation. Just do one more thing. So if you agree with that, continue on, right? Because what everyone doesn't understand, success isn't sexy. You're doing a lot of hard work. It's 4th of July. I'm recording podcasts. I do not want to do this. I'd rather be by the pool. It's 88 degrees and perfect out. I'd rather be driving a car, having fun right now. But unfortunately, that's not what I can do, right? I'm doing the hard thing, the boring thing. And my emotions told me to sleep in the last 2 days. I've had some rough setbacks in my personal life the last 2 days. And I didn't want to work yesterday, but I got up and did it anyway, right? I didn't want to work today, but here I am working. And so what do I do? What are the 5 things or 6 things that I do every day, no matter what? Just to make sure I'm always getting stuff done, no matter how I feel. It doesn't matter how I feel anymore. Like, I'm done letting emotions dictate my life. If I look at it, every time I've gotten everything what I wanted, it's because I do the hard thing and don't let the emotions dictate my life, right? And so that's what I'm going to continue doing. I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to hit that hard, especially the second half of the year. So for me, this is my non-negotiable, right? I'm a firm believer your morning routine is the anchor. Win the morning, you win the day. So for me, it's going to the gym, right? And that's after my ice bath. I may not make my bed, but I always make sure I'm the farthest parked car. Want to know where my car is at Lifetime? Look for the farthest car away. 9 out of 10 times, it's going to be me. I know if I can walk into that gym door, I am better than most people. And so I walk the farthest every single day. And so for me, my wake up time is pretty standard. My workout time is pretty standard. And then I get up, I do after those things, I think about what I have to get through the day and I work on doing those things. And that's where I need to do better. And so I'm going to make sure I'm planning the 3 to 5 critical tasks I have to get done every single day to make sure I win the week. And then I'm going to have a do it anyway list. So when I don't feel like doing something, I'm going to pull it up of the things I got to do every week, no matter what. And I'm just going to do it anyway, no matter how I feel. I'm going to track my commitments publicly. When I got back into the gym, you saw my watch post. You can go through my Instagram and socials. I was posting that I was at the gym, or I was up every day, out of bed by 4:30 every day, no matter what. And then I took my butt to the gym. It was before I had my ice bath. And then what that did is held me accountable. I mean, there was one time I had done it for over 3 months and I went 2 days. One of my attorneys texted me and said, "Hey, you okay, man?" And so I was like, damn, I gotta get back to that. And so I'm going to get back to that too. And remember, attach pain to inactions. What happens if you don't do these things? What happens if you don't go to the gym? What happens if you eat that cake when you feel like it, or that ice cream for me, or Reese's for me? What happens? What will it cost you in the future? Because eventually it will catch up to you. Your heart attack is starting right now in your 30s or your 20s when you're eating whatever you want and not think it's ever going to affect you. It will. It will just be 20 years down the road. What's that going to do to your family if you have your loved ones? If you have a young family you care about? Now they're young, but man, what happens when they're in their 20s and just getting started in their career and they have to go deal with mom and dad who had a heart attack because when they were in their 30s, they were eating whatever they wanted? What's that going to do to them? So think about all of those things. I got a daughter, so when I want to go eat ice cream, I think about, oh, I don't want her dealing with my health when she's in her 20s, because in my 30s, I made bad decisions, right? I'm going to self-respect myself and make sure that when she's in her 30s, she's not worrying about her dad's health. She's going to be worried about herself and doing what is best for her, whatever that is at that point. And so, guys, you got to remember, you're not going to be great at this day one. You're going to have hiccups. You're going to have mistakes, and it's going to be difficult. But you can't quit because you had one bad day. You're not going to become great because you went to the gym one day. You become great when it's your standard, when you've done it for 2 or 3 years straight. Remember, when you miss that pizza, you start to gain self-control. When you get to the gym by 5 a.m., you stack your confidence. Stay off Instagram before noon, you gain focus. I have downloaded that Opal app. I told you guys about it a couple of weeks ago. It is amazing how much focus I have every day. I have cut down 3 to 4 hours on my phone every day because it is blocking the money, whatever post on news outlets or whatever, about the big beautiful bill, all of those things. I'm not drowning in those things that don't change my life today. I record the podcast when I'm exhausted. I've recorded a podcast at 10 o'clock. I don't want to do that. This isn't what I want to do. I'm a behind the scenes guy. I don't want to do this, but I know this is building who I'm going to become. And when you start to stack those things and you do it for 90 days, 6 months, 5 years, 10 years, you'll look back and realize how far you come. And this is the life that you wanted. It's going to take a lot longer than you realize, but you have to stack those wins today. Start with 30 days, then go to 90, then go to 180, then go to a year, and then go to 5 years, and then 10 years. After 10 years of doing this stuff consistently, you'll look back and be like, man, I've hit everything I ever dreamt about. Most of us won't commit that long, though. Remember, this is all going to work for a couple of different reasons. Structure kills chaos. Every time something goes wrong in my life, I just get back to my structure. The gym, the ice bath, I don't miss it. When I've had breakups in the past, nothing phases me because I have structure and going to the gym every day to make sure I can control my mind. It's amazing what happens when you exhaust your mind every day, how much mental clarity you'll have. Consistency really starts to compound, guys, because doing the hard thing builds momentum for the rest of your life for when different challenges attack you. They never stop. I have yet to experience that. If you've ever experienced anyone who doesn't have anything challenging happening in their life, please have them reach out to me. I would love to have a conversation with them. Remember, discipline is a seed. Confidence is the fruit. What happens is when you plant the seed of discipline, you become confident. And so if you're lacking confidence, it's probably a lack of discipline. Do the things you don't want to do, especially do what you don't want to do, especially when you don't want to do it. And you'll get what 99% never have. What do I mean by that is most people don't want to wake up and go to the gym. So go ahead and do it anyway. Do it anyway. Get an ice bath. Ice bath has been one of the best things for my mental clarity. It is amazing what 5 minutes in 40-degree water will do to you. There is nothing more shocking unless you get shot, ran over by a car or anything like that than jumping into a 40-degree water every morning. And if you can handle that, imagine what your life can look like. Remember, guys, your brain is lying to you. Feelings aren't facts, and I think we forget that all the time. So I always think, I'm going to feel better when I eat ice cream. The truth is, I feel worse. I'm lactose intolerant. I am someone who has eaten gallons and gallons of ice cream at a time. Same with Reese's Cups. I've eaten 5 pounds of Reese's Cups way too many times. Same with donuts. 24 plus at a time, multiple times. Ho-Hos, 30 plus at a time. Whole bags of family-sized Oreos. Every single time I do it, sure, I can do it, but I do not feel great the next time. But my emotions tell me that, hey, you'll feel better after you do this. The truth is, my body feels worse, my joints ache more, and then I sleep more. And none of that is positive and gets me to the life I want. Remember, emotions are a bad leader. Structure is the key. Structure is a better decision maker for you. So if you can control your morning with structure, you can control your life. You don't raise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems and your habits. That's what discipline is, guys. It will change your life if you can do this. So do a discipline stack. Find 3 to 4 things for you that you need to do. I encourage it to be something around waking up early, working out, doing hard tasks, cutting out sugar, anything like that. And do it for 90 days. 90 days straight. To see if you're a better person. Use a visual tracker, whether it's whiteboard, a piece of paper, anything like that. A journal. We have Slack channels at work that people can post in. So, and review it every day. Did you do what you did? We're supposed to. Yes or no. Do it every week. Did you do it for the week? Yes or no. And keep a win stack, because after 90 days of stacking these wins, your confidence will grow exceptionally. It is crazy what happens here. Make sure you tell people your goal. You'll find out who your friends are. Because the ones who hold you accountable, that's true love. Who help you get to the life you want, not the life that way they want. Now, guys, I would love to help you hold you accountable. If you want to follow me on Instagram or find me on Facebook, good luck. Name is Michael Smith, right? Real Estate Mike 02 on Instagram. I would love to connect with you guys and help you hit your second half of goals. Reach out to me if I can help in any way. And guys, let's get after it. Let's win the rest of the year. You guys got this.
Thank you for listening to the Properties for Profit podcast. I hope you found today's episode valuable. If you enjoy the show, please subscribe and share it with others who might benefit. Follow me on social media for more updates and tips. Until next time, keep turning properties into profits.